Hello and welcome to a special episode of Insert Coin. I'm Tim.
And I'm Chris.
And today we are playing more Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
So now we've got the tiny Bronco, which although it was originally a plane, it was shot down and now it's a boat. Or we're using it as a boat and we are able to go through streams, which opens up the rest of the world map.
Like a 6-man boat.
So I'm still a bit confused by the bits in the last episode where no one is actually in the cockpit. We're sort of just sat on the wings and it's somehow moving around.
Could he not have like autopilot?
It looks like a bit of a small plane to have autopilot. I don't think planes that size would have autopilot. And this is the sort of hidden location of the weapons maker.
Is this the guy that sells us? Is it Great Gospel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed. If you want to see our limit break guide video, there's another video on the main channel where you can see that.
There is.
And this is apart from that where you can get Ares / Tifa's ultimate limit break.
You get one of their limit breaks.
Well, it's Ares limit break, but we've renamed Ares Tifa, so you know there's the confusion. So you can ask some of the subjects here. The main point of the game for this is he talked about the keystone, because we're looking for the Temple of the Ancients now. I actually really like the Temple of the Ancients, like the whole setting of it and everything, you know, the actual interior of it looks really cool. It's like, oh, an ancient temple. Very exciting.
Ultimate destruction magic.
That's what he said. I think if you change the subject, you must have the mithril by this point. You can check our guide video of how to get hold of the mithril. It's very specific, actually. I don't know how you would accidentally stumble across the mithril unless you knew exactly what to do.
No.
It's the guy sleeping in the cave, isn't it? You have to get a certain number of fights, talk to him, then go in another certain number of fights, and then talk to him again, and then he gives you the mithril. It's like, you wouldn't just do that by chance. You would go, oh, I think
it would be like
talk to that guy again.
Small if you did it by chance.
If you just decided to speak to him again, and you just by chance happened to have gotten the appropriate number of fights. So check out the limit break guide, and you'll see all about it. And he goes and gets us the Great Gospel, I believe. Do we get anything else? We just get the Great Gospel.
I think that's it.
It doesn't even hand it to us. That was a bit rude, really. He could have given it to us.
Yeah,
Great Gospel.
Yeah, he opens it and makes sure it's there, then leaves.
He could have brought it down to us and given it to us.
Yeah, a rubber shopkeeper. Making us go into the safe.
It's weird because he's got like a one-roomed house. Oh, there you go. Oh, I thought he was about to give us something else from that cabinet.
Oh. No, I think you can choose between either the cabinet
or yeah, he did say that, didn't he?
Yeah,
so,
or the top.
Yeah, you want the top one because that's Great Gospel. Oh, he's letting us use the bed.
Okay.
Alright, that's cool.
So what's he going to do for the next 4 or 5 hours?
There's 3 of us as well in one bed.
Oh yeah, true, because we're all Kirby, aren't we?
See, it's a really small house. It's literally just that floor. A little walk around in the bed. He has no toilet.
He's just like...
He has no toilet. People in the world of Final Fantasy don't poo.
7, anyway.
Yeah, no, any of the Final Fantasy. Do you know...
Really?
Yeah, none of them poo. Mutants that don't eat or poo. It's all done through materia of some kind.
Although we drink like elixirs and stuff.
We drink elixirs.
Oh, we just like pour them over ourselves.
I don't know.
That works.
I don't know. We've had this same conversation many times now. But we complain that you don't eat or poo or anything else. But then if they had a game with eating and pooing, it'd be like, oh, what the hell is this? You'd be in the middle of the battle, it's like, oh, your character's losing stamina because you need to take a shit. It's like, no.
Wow.
You wouldn't want that, really. It's like, have you seen some of the videos you get of, like, what if games were real videos on YouTube? I think Smosh do, most of them. There's one with Zelda, or one of them's dressed up like, he's dressed up like
oh yeah, I remember.
And he's picking up pots and going, like smashing pots, spinning around with a sword, hacking down plants.
It's like people's garden.
Yeah, he goes, what the hell are you doing to my stuff? I'm looking for rupees. What? So yeah.
I think that's probably my favourite one, actually.
Okay, so now you've got the tiny Bronco, you can actually get to this extra island here. You don't have to do this bit. This bit is optional, but I recommend you do it because you get some cool stuff at the end. And you can only do this section if you have Yuffie in your party, or Jessie, as we have called her, who's one of these secret characters.
I don't remember this bit at all.
Of course you do. You'll remember this as soon as you get this. Is when we go to Wutai. And she takes all of our materia.
Oh.
She has to do the whole section with no materia.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I do remember it now. It's like this starting bit. It was like that.
I don't know how she actually managed it. So yeah, when you play the game in this bit, it gets into a battle, and you'll have no materia, and you'll be like, what the hell? What's going on? She did indeed. How many Shinra soldiers do you think we've killed and stuff over the time?
Oh,
they must like be really like anxious to fight us. There's Avalanche, get him! You get him! What? You outrank me? No, I don't. Get them! Maybe we won't get them.
They should have just attacked us en masse. Like there should have been a battle where we're against like 1,000 and they're all surrounding us.
There's a really cool bit at the end of Crisis Core when you're playing as Zack, as opposed to when we're playing as Zack in this. When you play as Zack in Crisis Core, the end bit of the game is just like the background is just like a massive army of Shinra troops, and there's like 2 helicopters and like tanks and stuff, and like loads and loads of soldiers.
Oh.
And then you're fighting like at the bottom of this pit with like about 4 of them, I think. And then like they just keep coming in and adding, because you're fighting against the max amount of enemies you can have in a battle at once. But as soon as you kill one, they're replaced by another one, and the background is just like this entire army, and you just keep going until you die. It's a bit like the final bit in Halo Reach.
Yeah, okay.
It's a bit like that. So like that's the end of the game, because that's the bit of the game where he gets killed, and you just have to keep fighting guys until he dies.
Oh, okay. Do you reckon you can kill everyone? Or
No,
is it
it just keeps going. It would get to the point where you just get bored and let him kill you. I don't think you can do anything like that.
Okay.
I know, it has been a while since I've played the game. I think that's what happens. I think, in fact, I think if you kill all of them, it just goes to the next cutscene anyway, in which he gets killed.
Oh,
So
I'm gonna say it's not like in Reach where it just ups the difficulty like insanely if you survive like 5 minutes.
yeah. I did like the ending Reach. Because in the beginning of Reach, it shows that shot with the Spartan helmet with the hole through it, and then that's the end, isn't it? So you kind of it starts at the end and then goes back.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, like
especially as you it starts off with like the default like recon helmet.
Well, actually, it's whatever helmet you put in.
Yeah, no, but like the same for everyone,
yeah.
because you've not unlocked anything when you first play it. It will be like that default helmet. Then as you keep playing through the game, you'll unlock more helmets, obviously, and
then you realise that.
And at the end, it'll be your helmet instead.
So I kind of liked that in Halo Reach, that you were just noble number 6, and you chose your armour, and you would choose your perks and stuff. Although not there wasn't any perks in Reach, was there? I think more like Halo 4 with all the perks and stuff.
No, Halo Reach had perks. Yeah.
Well, you design the character yourself, don't you? Really, and he doesn't say much. And it's kind of like it's easy to self-project, so like you are Noble 6. Whereas like in all the Master Chief games, you're playing as Master Chief.
yeah, I know what you mean.
So here we are now at Wutai, and we need to get hold of Jessie, who's pinched all our materia. So this is just a case of going to different places, talking to different people. You could do this section eventually just by going around talking to everyone. Eventually you'll find out where to go.
So this entire Wutai section you don't have to do for the story-wise?
You don't have to come here at all.
Okay.
If you don't go to the island, you don't have to come to this bit. And I think if you don't have Jessie in your party, like as in you
can't do this.
Yeah, you can go there, but you can't do like the story bit.
Ah, okay.
Which ends up with you getting secret items. Because you know the big tower, only members of the Wutai clan can go up the tower and fight all the bosses.
Oh, okay.
So that's why you have to do it as Jessie. Whereas if you don't have her in your party, you can't go up there and you can't get the prizes you get for completing it.
Ah. That's cool.
So it's worth doing. I mean, I quite like this section of the game anyway, so I always used to get her in our party anyway, regardless of the fact that she's not a particularly useful character. I never really use her anyway.
No.
Yeah, because this is the place I was telling you about in Crisis Core. The Shinra are fighting a war against Wutai. Ooh, and there's the Turks on holiday. Did we not talk to them? We didn't engage them. Oh, you go in there and you're like, we have no material right now. We might not want to fight the Turks. I'm sure we could take them on anyway. Turks aren't on all that, are they? They're pretty easy to fight.
Yeah.
But there's some characters that I just really didn't like how they were portrayed in Advent Children.
Oh, like Reno.
Yeah. Because I thought Reno was really cool and like rude and stuff. And you watch Advent Children, it's like they're actually like kind of dumb.
Yeah.
And it's like, really? I thought they would have looked cooler than that.
Yeah, they're more like for comedy value in Advent Children. Whereas in this, they're more like, yeah, I should like be the leader, but I'm not because.
Well, that's the thing. It's like the first encounter with them is all around when they're destroying the tower and stuff, and they're actually like, they kill Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge. So, I've always considered them like quite bad guys. But then in different points of the game, they're kind of portrayed as kind of like they just work for Shinra.
Yeah.
You have the option later on to not fight them, don't you? And like you kind of side with them in this bit. So I'd never forgive them for killing Wedge.
Not Biggs.
Oh, there you go, Biggs. But Wedge was awesome.
Biggs
he fell off. He died in the most horrific way as well. He fell all the way off the top of the ladder, didn't he? But he survived the fall. I was talking. He must have had like crushed organs and stuff.
Never thought about that.
Think about how far he's fallen. Way to go! Horrible way to go. Well, then again, like there's the bits where in Advent Children, like Cloud jumps really, really high and then falls all the way down and lands. And you think that his kneecaps would just shoot out through his legs. So yeah, they have different laws of physics in this world.
Yeah, why is it going Googa?
I have no idea.
Every like half sentence.
I have no idea. I guess you have to keep talking to him until he gets pissed off and have to get up. There you go. So yeah, if you keep, I think when you first talk to him, he's like, "Ooh, wow, go away," and then you just keep talking to him over and over and over again, and then eventually it prompts Jessie to jump down. Because that's her dad. Yeah, so the whole thing is, she kind of feels that Wutai has kind of lost its status and now it's just like a tourist town rather than like being the Proud Nation it once was. I think Proud Nation is like 4 buildings, but in the scale of this game, that's quite a big town.
Yeah, the buildings must be like the size of giant towns for us. Like one of their buildings is like London.
I don't know if it really works that way, but I guess it's really for the characters in the game. They're kind of like, oh, yeah, that's fine. They consider like 5 buildings a town, and the rest of it's a big city.
Then again, if every town is like this, it's got like 5 buildings or like 1 building, a nation would just be like 6 buildings.
In terms of scale, yes, perhaps you're right. So. Do you know, that reminds me of thing, if you think about the world from the perspective of the characters in it. Have you ever seen that film Pleasantville?
No.
It's one where it's like an old corny like black and white TV show,
Right.
and they get kind of sucked into it. But the way they've done it's really clever. Like the characters in it are not only like the characters from a TV show, but it's also from like their perspective, and you don't really consider their perspective in that they only know Pleasantville. Like they go to like the geography lesson is like telling them like where the different bits in town are. And then, oh, what's outside Pleasantville? Oh, there's nothing outside Pleasantville. If you walk to the end of one road, you come back it on the other side again, like mirrors round. And then like there's one bit where the guy like leaves his work early or something, and his boss is like knocking on the door. It's like, oh, you left. I didn't know what to do. And it's like, what do you mean? It's like, well, you always close up and lock the back door and close the shutters, and you didn't, so I didn't know what to do. So I did it myself. Oh, that's fine. I'll see you tomorrow. It's kind of like, you do it again tomorrow. It's like, if I'm not there, you can just close up. Like, but you always close up, and they just didn't know what to do if it didn't fit in with what was meant to happen in the show.
Whoa.
And they just get confused. And it's things like at one point there's a fire, and the guy runs into the fire department. It's like, there's a fire. They're all looking at him. They're like, what? It's like, there's a fire. Come on. It's like, there's a cat up a tree. They're like, go, and they were like, right, because all they know how to do is like get cats out of trees and stuff. They don't know how to deal with actual fire. So it's really clever. I could kind of, after what you were saying, I kind of envision that with like these characters and stuff. Like they consider a small place with like 5 buildings to be like a city and it's town.
Mm. I'm just trying to think of any other, apart from Midgar, any other like town-esque places here.
Junion's pretty big.
Oh yeah, Junion's pretty big. And that's only like 6 houses and a giant military base.
I think we only saw like bits of Junion. There's like Junion's quite a big area in total. So you got Midgar, you got Junion, you got Wutai. I mean, Wutai is a lot bigger than Khan, isn't it? Then you have like Cosmo Canyon as well.
Yeah, Cosmo Canyon's only what, little tiny like tree houses up a mountain.
Yeah, I guess so. But then you have like Fort Condor though. How small is Fort Condor?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, we sent all the women and children away. It's like, how many women and children lives here? It's like 4 rooms. And they've already got people in it. Where do they go? You have one sleeping area with like 3 beds and a save point.
We proved like 3 people could stay in like a single bed, like a weapon shop.
Well, yeah, they can just curve you up and go to bed.
Just curve you up.
Imagine if you could do that though in real life. It would save you a lot of money and stuff. If you're going on a long journey with like 3 people, it's like, oh, we'll just curve you into one person.
But wouldn't you
get the train and then get to where
wouldn't
we're
you
going?
then weigh like 3 times as much?
I don't know how it works.
Because they don't explain it in this.
No.
They kind of explain curving up in this, but not the fact that the character is now like super heavy.
No, it's not. They're not really. It's just a visual representation, isn't it?
True, but I'm actually thinking he's like got curving powers.
Yeah. But that'd be weird though if it was like the real, like they don't question it, but if it was like the real rules of that world, and like, you were talking to someone, and all of a sudden they split with like 2 other people walked out. It was like, oh, I didn't realise there was 3 of you. I thought I was talking to one person.
Yeah, but in this they even if they're talking to one person, they talk to you as if you're 3 people.
Yeah,
like in
normally,
the
yeah.
Rocket.
When we're talking to people, they do generally realise that there's all of us there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's weird. I mean, like I say, another. They kind of did that in the old Final Fantasy games, like people would merge into one. In like the later ones, it was just cutscenes would be broken up between where you were lots of people and then when you were one person.
Crazy Cat Lady's house.
Ah, cat.
What's the point actually? Is there any Final Fantasy games where you can have pets?
Just trying to think. Actually, it's interesting to say that in Final Fantasy VIII, I believe there was you could have a chocobo on a mini game that they had on the console, like a mini console they brought out. Don't you remember this? It was the size of a memory card, and you'd stick it into the PlayStation, and you would get a chocobo in the game, and you could save that chocobo on that particular like memory card type device, and it would be like a Tamagotchi on the memory card.
I remember they did that for Dreamcast. Like your memory unit had a screen on, and you could play like child racing. And stuff
Yes,
like that.
it was a bit like that. They brought out a similar thing on the PlayStation 1,
Okay.
but the only thing I know that ever went on it was the chocobo from Final Fantasy VIII. I don't know if any other games existed on it, and I don't know of anyone who got one.
Oh.
It just seemed like a really pointless device.
Yeah, I didn't know that
I
existed.
was like, yeah, I think it was just a massive flop. No one talks about it now. So yeah, we didn't release that. Just did that wasn't a thing. Ah, you're joking. Taking the materia.
Son of a bitch.
That's a good one as well. Absorb materia. Was that MP or HP absorb?
MP.
MP. That's good because you can put MP absorb with something like, I don't know, Death Blow or Steel, and then you can absorb MP, so you can build up your magic, and then you don't have to worry about using ethers. So that's always good to have in someone that you kind of like powering up with a lot of expensive magic weapons, magic spells.
Yeah, like on your healer or something like that.
What, sorry?
Like on your healer.
Yeah, on your healer, or if someone's got like a load of summons.
There you are, little bitch.
So basically, you can, when you were in there before, that was closed, wasn't it? So if you go to each building, you'll find like where it's something different when you get there, and you'll see that it's where she's hiding.
It's an annoying thing. We literally went out the door 2 seconds after her. She is vanished.
Yeah,
when we're outside.
She's gone.
It's like, what?
I think. Yeah, there you go. She's in the pot. She's in the pot.
Where they go? Oh, they're blocking the exits.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. See this one coming? Because, you know, she's not going to be able to like swim or anything. Or jump over a low fence.
Or run in the building. It's like,
I hate games where you can't like jump. Or things. You know, we were playing on the Rainbow Six game the other day. And we were coming up to like small bits of debris and having to walk all the way around. It's like, I could step over that, you know? I could step over that. These are trained like SWAT team can't step over a small pile of rubble.
no.
Goodness sake.
You can't jump in that other game that's free on Xbox. Gold. Ascend.
So, do you know what, I played that, wasn't a fan. No, I didn't like it. It reminded me of like Dynasty Warriors, but really, really slow. Like Dynasty Warriors, you go into an area and there's like 50 people running at you, and you just like hack and slash through them and do loads of like flashy moves, and you have your Mushu attack and stuff. And this is like 4 things, and you swing a really slow moving sword around. I was like, nah.
Means you can,
didn't like it.
depending on what god you picked, you can, like, I went the light.
Yeah.
So I had like lightning attacks, and I would move a bit. My attacks hit faster, but they also did crit. But I didn't have anything like any other special powers. Okay. So with an axe, I was hitting pretty fast, like just a single-handed weapon.
Well, I was dark. I mean, I kind of liked the bit where there you have all the worshippers, and you just try an altar, and then they like clamber on top of you, and you can eat them. And then you can throw them at people and stuff.
Yeah, or they'll just fire arrows from the back.
And it was kind of cool, but I don't know, I played it for about 40 minutes, and I was like, man, I don't mean this really. I just didn't enjoy it, it was too slow and clunky. I didn't really like it that much. Maybe I'll give it a second chance, but...
It felt a lot like Darksiders to me, like a cheap version of Darksiders.
Yeah. Well, it was a free game, isn't it? So
True.
Can't really complain. So it looks like the Turks are also getting involved. Really has nothing to say.
Well, I don't buy you not saying anything. Bye.
Gonna get that materia back. It's weird to think about like materia stuff. Like in the film, you have like they do actually have a chest full of materia.
Yeah.
I was going, oh, is that they actually have like who's carrying it? At this point, if it's an actual full chest, they must have been dragging it around the whole time.
Yeah, Total Paradise poster. Yeah, that's weird. I guess they just all have like a bag of materia on them.
I think as well, the items in our item list.
Oh my god, yeah.
Loads of stuff. Like, we still have the blonde wig we got in the wall market. If you go into the items, you still have all your key items. So we must be carrying around, like, loads of stuff. It's funny, actually, when you get games that do actually care about a weight carry limit, it's still a lot, isn't it? It's still, like, when you think about things like Fallout, it's still more than you can plausibly imagine someone carrying. Like you would have like
tin cans,
and like loads of weapons, loads of food items. Like you wouldn't actually be carrying that much. You'd only really be carrying like maybe 2 weapons and like a bag with some supplies.
Yeah,
you wouldn't really be able to have that much on you. But then that would make the games like really difficult if you could only hold like a really limited amount of items at a time. I mean, some games do that though, don't they? Where you can only hold like a few. You can literally only hold what you could realistically hold.
Resident Evil, the old ones, not the latest.
Yeah, you wouldn't really carry a lot, would you?
No.
You'd have like a few things in your pockets.
Yeah, it's just like ammo took up space in your bag in Resident Evil. Like you'd have only so much ammo for your gun you had on you, and you'd kind of throw anything else because you weren't using it because you needed a space.
I like this. If she tells you it's the switch on the left, if you use the switch on the left or the switch on the right, both of them like screw you over anyway. It's like,
really?
Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
I think the first time I did it, I was like, oh, it's a double cross. And then the next time I played, I was like, I know what, I'm going to pull the right lever. Oh, it's a double cross anyway.
What the hell, Jesse? Were you...
Stealing our material.
Yeah. The fact that we took her like with us, like protect her against like monsters and shit like that, be on adventures, and she just wants to steal all of our material, so we can't do anything.
Yep. But then we let her come with us afterwards. Don't get it.
Yeah, that's true.
She's not a very likeable character, Jessie, I don't think. It's just kind of like, extra stuff. Must have extra content.
Yeah.
It's like if this was like on like modern consoles, it'd all be like achievement based, wouldn't it? So you would have an achievement for getting out a character.
And completing this.
Yeah, these sort of things lead to achievements, so...
That'd be quite good, I guess. That's the point. I wonder if there is an achievement for getting her on the Steam.
I don't know, do they do I don't really play Steam, do they do achievements on Steam?
Yeah, they do achievements on there.
Yeah, I've never really checked out Steam, to be honest. I'm kind of more of a console gamer. I've always thought about maybe looking at Steam, but I don't really have a gaming PC. I'm sure my laptop would be able to handle PC games and stuff, but I've got so many unfinished console games I've not completed or not played through that I've just got so many now backed up that I can like go back and play, but I'm just never going to run out of console games again, I think. So
that's what I think you're the market Valve are looking for, because last week they announced a Steam OS for a computer, a Steam like console you can have next to your TV that will run Steam and games you've got, and cool. A new like controller which acts just like a mouse.
All right,
which is
pretty
intriguing.
Cool. It's like I did like the idea of the OnLive box. I got that, and I got some free games because it was a delayed order.
Yeah.
So I basically got, because we went to Eurogame, I didn't really got the free OnLive box. This is what you get for getting all the Tale to Paradise posters, just some sauce and a Meg Elixir. That's it. Just go around all the world, finding all those posters, and all you get is like several sauces and a Meg Elixir. It's like, couldn't have been some like awesome materia or something? Badass weapon, maybe? No, just a few sauces and some Elixir. I would have much preferred
a materia.
Yeah, materia. Like a big turtle summon.
Yeah, like chocolate bomb.
yeah.
I was just going to say that.
I think we said that in one of the other videos when we were talking about Turtle Paradise posters.
Oh.
Not sauces, just summon materia, summon the turtle from Paradise.
Or if...
Happy Turtle.
Is that what you're going to call it?
Yeah, it just comes out.
Just call it Happy Turtle.
You know, you get like Fat Chocobo, Happy Turtle.
Oh, true.
It's come from Paradise, Turtle Paradise.
Oh, true.
It's like, oh, Happy Turtle! Like falls and lands on you. Oh no, I'm Happy Turtle.
I think if you have Chocobo Mog, there's no way to not get that, is there?
What, to not get Chocobo Mog? Yeah.
Okay,
there's a piece of material you pick up, so if you don't get it, you don't get it.
Oh.
You go to the Chocobos outside the Chocobo farm, and you can either say walk or walk. And I think if you go walk, then they do a little dance, and then you get some material, and you get Chocobo Mog.
Ah.
Do you remember that?
No.
You don't remember any of the events in this game. Yeah, so you do that, and you get the materia.
I think if you get that materia and then you complete all the Turtle Paradise stuff, it should change that materia to a turtle instead of a chocobo.
No, I want new materia. I want loot. Give me loot. That's Don Corno returned again.
Oh, asshole. I hate him so much.
I hate this guy. It's like, you know, the whole bit with the war market, like you have to go through all that effort to be the one that's chosen by Don Corno to be his bride, and it means you can reach the back behind the bed, there's an item there, and it's a hyper. It's like, really, is that all you're giving me? All of that effort? I bought a wig, got some freaking deodorant stuff, got the tiara, got makeup, went into the weird sex club and got some lingerie, and I get a hyper. No, War Market. That should have been some funky materia, but no. So, whatever. That annoyed me quite a bit.
Did we ever kill Don Corneo? Because they were just fought his guards and he kind of seemed to run away.
Yeah, I think he always runs away. Well, I think it's implied that he dies at the end of his battle, isn't it? Doesn't he fall off? Oh, we went to rest. We wouldn't go off to the... Oh no, he's got Jesse and Eleanor. Oh, let's just go for a nap first. But to be fair, we don't have any materia, so we probably do want to be well rested. Kirby up. Oh, there goes the Turks. That corner is good at escaping. That's what he says, other than that. Yeah, I think Turks actually take him out, don't they? Well, we're about to see, so let's not do any spoilers for a game that came out in '97 that everyone's probably played. Still. Yeah, it's this degree to agree to get along. Gotta believe if we had Dine in our party at the moment, do you reckon he would come out and be like, "No, you guys killed Jesse Biggs and Wedge, and everyone in Sector 7." In fact, I'm surprised that that Ares is not a bit more up in arms about it, because she, her Seventh Heaven, pub and stuff was destroyed, and all the people of the slums that she knew were destroyed and killed. And they're like, "Oh yeah, well, I have the text for now, but we won't be enemies later." No, they killed everyone. You should hate them too much to be like, "Oh, let's work together for now." There you go. Never forget.
How big do you reckon the summons are? I mean,
in scale wise, when you're in the battles, you can generally see they're kind of like giants, aren't they?
Yeah.
So
I was just thinking, if you summon one on this mountain, it wouldn't fit.
Yeah, I suppose you're right, actually. Well, the scalings were different when you get into the battle stream, didn't you? Because on here, you're on a thin path.
Yeah.
It's about the thickness of one person. But then when you're fighting a creature, you've got all three of you in a lineup with quite big gaps in between you. Yeah. So, and then the summon sort of comes up behind you, sort of thing. So, here you go.
Oh, eyes.
Very nice. See, how old is Jesse meant to be?
Yeah, I would have thought.
I think this is kind of...
I thought 16.
Yeah, it's pretty inappropriate, to say the least.
Oh, and the rest of the game wasn't?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's even worse because she's so young. I'm going to double check how old she was. I think her age is in the manual.
Oh.
Let's see. Let's see, her original name is Yuffie Kazugari, and she is 16, you're quite right. She's 16. See, Cloud's only 21. Yeah. Ares is 22. Tifa's 20. Barrack's 35. Red's 45.
What?
But that's only a teenager for his race. Sid is 32.
Sid?
Yeah, Sid's 32. Yuffie's 16. Kate Sith is age unknown. And Vincent is 27. So they're all a lot of them are a lot younger than I thought they were going to be.
Yeah, I thought Sid's younger than Dine. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, because he's meant to be like an old,
yeah, I thought he'd be like a
astronaut and captain of the
40 age or something.
Yeah, no, he's. Oh, this is quite good. You think, oh, he's going to go and have his own little flashback now. It's like, no, we don't want to hear your crappy flashback. That music cue's being cut off right now. This battle will again be in the boss battle playthrough. We happened to have a limit break ready, didn't we? So we killed it.
Yeah, it'd probably know about one move. We killed it.
Well, I think we did a limit break, it did die, and we're like, oh, this is going to be hard. And we hit it once and it was like, oh, it's done. Whatever you say, it's going to lead to the same outcome, so whatever. Like you say, he's clueless. Oh no, they're upside down. Oh no, oh my god.
Wait, how did he do that?
He pushed a button.
Oh.
You can't really see the mechanics of what they're stuck to.
Okay. Oh yeah.
A lot of this stuff you have to interpret. This is kind of the
He
theme.
did just say,
Yeah.
press the button and then...
This is kind of the theme of the episode, I think, is that everything's kind of just an interpretation of what's actually there.
What?
Oh, but then the Turks come to save the day. It's kind of controversial. It's the Turks. So is Don Corno actually nothing to do with Shinra?
No, I don't think he is.
He wasn't ever anything to do with Shinra. He was just like someone that knew what was going on.
He's just like an old pervy dude.
Yeah, he was kind of like ran the war market, didn't he? Yeah, he was kind of like the Don of the war market. So he's kind of like a mob boss sort of thing. As long as you never actually get to fight him, do you? You don't even fight his creatures.
Yeah, that's true.
You fight Palmer though, that's close enough. He's pretty much like Palmer. And Palmer gets hit by a truck.
Kill him. Kill him.
What's the whole point? Those things. Number two. So I guess he dies from his fall?
Like a Wile E. Coyote kind of fall.
Yeah.
Like he lets go, and then falls.
Well, perhaps we should be a bit more respectful. He did just die.
He was a pervert though.
He just died. True.
A really
Also
bad one.
An asshole. Well, he wanted to marry a 16-year-old.
Well, not like a bad one. He was an evil one.
He was pretty evil, I guess. I wonder how old he's meant to be.
You're a Turks.
You're a Turks? What? You're a Turk, so no. I've never noticed that before.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
You're a Turk. I was just trying to know. You're a Turks. It's like that bit in the X-Men arcade game. Do you know that one? When you get to Magneto, he goes, "I am Magneto, Master of Magnet, welcome to die." That's like the best translation ever. What's that other one, that all your base are belong to us? We've seen that, like the original footage.
Yeah.
It's quite fun. Ha 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 ha. All your base are belong to us. What? So this is what I was talking about. You kind of get the impression that they're not really, they don't get to fight them. It's kind of like, well, we're off duty at the moment, so we're not going to. So they're only kind of like, they don't really care about it because it's their job. So it doesn't change the fact that they destroyed the pillar and they took out Jesse Biggs and Wedge.
But that was my job. That's what we're told to do.
Doesn't matter. Still responsible. Not pleased about it. So. Well, we get all our materia back.
Yay.
Very nice. All our shinies.
It's Jessie trying to apologise.
But I think it's all
well, she
messed
put
up.
all the materia on us.
Yeah. That's what she was doing.
Okay.
But I think it's all like in the wrong place. So when you go back to your equipment, it's all different. It's like, oh, I have to go and rearrange everything and whatever. I think they just decide to leave. But it's like you can still then put her in your party, and she still does some future scenes. So it's kind of like, after all of that, you still let her come along. Like that. Yeah, come on everybody, let's continue on our journey. Who said you were coming with us?
Yeah. Here, I'll give this to you guys. Oh.
That's the material we picked up that you stole as well. That's different. That was already ours, and you stole that one separately. That's the one we got from the box.
Yeah.
That's not.
That's not a gift.
That's not a gift. Oh, here's all the stuff that I stole, and for a present, I'll return the other thing that I stole. Unacceptable. So we can go to the pagoda, and you can get all lots of cool free stuff.
Yeah.
I'll make sure you got Jesse actually in your party at this point, and you can do each floor of the pagoda. Right, there she is. Getting ready for a party. So we get power change.
Power change.
I think it goes like power change, speed change, loose change.
Okay. So yeah, one it just comes a stack turns.
Yeah, this bit's it's worth doing. It's a bit tedious because you're just fighting one-on-one with Jesse, and I say Jesse's not the most interesting character to play as, so it's kind of like,
Fights are kind of cool though.
yeah, just like chuck some summons at them and buff yourself and stuff. Again, you can watch all these in our boss battle playthrough. We did include the Wutai Tower in our boss battle playthrough.
How long did it take you to think of loose change?
At least that was off the cuff. That was
Oh.
that was just it just came as I was saying it.
Waiting 9 episodes for this.
No, it's like, I know what joke I'll use when it comes up. I think you get Leviathan for doing this, like the big serpent water summon, and that's pretty good because there's no like water-based materia, is there? So water-based summon, you don't get, you get fire, ice, lightning, but you don't get water, do you? There's no water and there's no wind. Those are the only things that are missing, really. I think you'd have water and wind. Yeah, but that's not a materia. That's an enemy skill.
Oh.
So, yeah, Leviathan's pretty cool. I really liked in the later Final Fantasies when they didn't initially have all the summons. Like I think in Final Fantasy 12, they have summons, but they're all different. But then they have like the royal fleet of like all the airships. Each airship is named after some of the older summons. You get like the Leviathan, you get Ifrit, you get Shiva, and Odin, things like that. They're all like different names of the airships.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I kind of liked that. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Is there a sheep? Like I think Shiva is the most popular.
I think Shiva's been in it for a lot of them. She's been in loads. Like she was in like 5 as well. I think. I don't know if she's appeared in all of them, but the ones I've played, I think she's been in all of them. Because I think I've played through 5. I think I played a bit of 4, didn't complete it though. I tried playing 3, but I found it a bit tedious. But I played the 3DS re-release of 3, which was like all modernised graphics. This is all like 3D, like similar sort of graphics to this, but of Final Fantasy 3. I then played like 8, 9, 10. 12 and 13. Like 11 was the online one.
Yeah.
I didn't ever play that.
Are you thinking of playing 14?
Yeah. I mean, don't see
That's going to be an online one.
Yeah, is it going to be on next gen? Is it or?
I don't know actually. I know it's currently on beta for the PC.
I think it's like I never really got into online game like the proper MMORPG ones. But that's because I'm not really a PC gamer, as we said before. Like I only really play console games.
Yeah.
So if you get those kind of games on Xbox, I probably would play it. But I just don't.
Do you reckon Elder Scrolls Online is going to be on there?
Yeah, I'd love to play that. That looks really good. I
That-
think if like we all get it, you'd be able to continue with your own story games you normally would. And if other people just haven't played a game, you can just join in the same games. Like, oh, hey, let's join up and do stuff.
Yeah.
I do like the concept. It's just that with things like World of Warcraft, I think I've really missed the boat on it because I've not played it now, and it's like it's been around for so long. It's like I think I'll just not bother. I was kind of intrigued by the DC Universe Online.
Oh, yeah.
And like the Star Wars Old Republic was maybe quite good, but I just never got round to playing them or really getting into them that much.
I've been playing the Old Republic recently with a friend, and that's so good when you're playing with another person.
Yeah.
The story is just incredible. Like you'll have, I'll be a let's see, I'll be a Sith warrior, and my friend will be like a Sith. I want to say Inquisitor. You'll start in the same zone. You'll be given similar quests, but you'll have what's called a like your main story quest. It's like an instant like cutscene that only you can go into. But you can change the options so that if you go in first to do your quest, your friends can join you and watch the cutscene with you and see what stories are going on, and it'll be a completely different story between the Inquisitor and the Warrior. Yet you'll be sent off to do similar stuff, like to go into like an old temple to go get a Sith Warrior weapon, and the Inquisitor will be sent to go not get the weapon but search further down into the temple and get like powerful stones and relics.
Alright.
So which you would have never even gone to.
So it's kind of you get missions in the same locations, but you get told to do slightly different stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, and you can. Oh, is this the final boss?
Final boss. It is actually. It was Yuffie's dad that was at the top of the tower.
Dun, dun, dun. Do I have to kill you? What?
Omni change. Oh.
Fusion didn't work.
Old Coot, not bad. So it looks like that was a really close fight. I think at the time we did this, we did go straight in and get it. And I would suggest getting this as soon as you can, because the boss battles are challenging, but they're quite doable. And then you can get Leviathan quite early on. And if you get it, the earlier you get it, the more significant it is as a summon for the upcoming boss fights.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Whereas if you left this bit until right at the end of the game, because once you've done the bit with the materia, you can then leave Wutai, get to like Disc 3 and finish the game, and then come back here and you can do the tower and you can like one-shot everyone, because you'll be just like, you know, really high levels going, bam. But then Leviathan's less of a relevant summon at that point, so you'll be hitting 1 damage, and you'll be taking off full break damage limit on your standard attack anyway by that point of the game, so you might as well do this now and get Leviathan early.
Yeah. Didn't we just conquer it?
Yeah, that was kind of the whole point. Shut up, you stupid ass. Oh, but sir, I thought we were supposed to give the prize to the people who win. You did win!
Do you remember I kicked your ass like 5 minutes ago? The music's suddenly changed. Cheesy was our town. Thieves. That child statue and Leviathan are ashamed.
Isn't he like maybe a kid?
Who is that? Her dad?
No, the kid there. Shake, whatever his name is.
The Sheik. I don't think anyone's called Sheik.
What's that little kid's name then? Is it Snake?
Snake!
I
Snake!
was just thinking that. What was his name then? We'll probably say it was like saying in a minute. It's like they said, oh, they've had a big war with the Shinra, but it's like, surely Shinra would tear through that place so quickly. Tiny little, yeah.
Perhaps not before.
Well, the thing is, in Crisis Core, in terms of time, this is very recently over.
Oh, really?
Because, well, actually, no, I'm trying to think. Yeah, because you remember on the flashback, when you're first going to Nibelheim,
yes,
like 5 years prior to this game, they're saying the war's just finished. Because the War of Wutai in Crisis Core is like the first half of the game. Like the midway point is we then do the events of what happened in Nibelheim, pretty much. And I think there's a whole bunch of other stuff that happens that you don't see in this, like fills in some gaps and stuff. And obviously ends up with you in the basement, and then you're in the basement for 5 years, I guess, before you escape with Cloud and go off. It's all pretty cute.
Everyone died in Wutai. Like, it was a lot bigger place until the war.
Yeah, I don't know. There's like the levels in Crisis
Wutai?
Core. Yeah, it is a lot bigger in Crisis Core. Like you see a lot more of it because it's just done from like a different perspective. And it's like the way you fight stuff, you're actually just like running around, actually physically hitting stuff, rather than doing turn-based battles. It's a completely different battle system. So you still get materia and stuff that boosts up your character, but then you're just running around hitting things. So it's kind of cool though. I honestly don't remember quite a fair amount of the game because I just wanted to play it to see what happened. And I kind of just burned through the game really quickly because it's on the PSP, so I was just constantly playing it. Because like if I left the house, I just carried on playing it. It's like no need to put it down. It's like I play it on the way to work, I play it on my lunch break, play it on the way home, play it when I get in. I miss having a PSP actually. That was quite a good console.
I was tempted to buy a Vita.
Yeah, they're really expensive though. What they are.
They've gone down in price now. Yeah. I think they introduced a price drop for my PS4.
Yeah, that's cool. So what, does he just stay there? That's like he just stand there and wait to see if anyone ever faces him.
Okay.
But if everyone always beats like gets beaten by like the first 3 or 4 guys, you just be still there for wow, it's been a really long time since anyone's fought.
He was like, "Have you been fighting anyone yet?" As he's like shouting down the stairs.
I'm just gonna wait here. Let me know if anyone needs to fight me. Do you think I could just go home and you could text me if I need to fight anyone? No, stay there.
Yeah, like if anyone comes to you, the bottom guy, then just text me and I'll come in. But
it's like, just call me if anyone beats the first guy, and I'll wait at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, that first guy must be there for ages then. He's got to be the one that's there all the time.
Yeah, he has to be, I guess. He's just stand there and wait for people to try and challenge the tower. I think they should have a receptionist, and they go in and you sign in. It's like, oh, when would you like to book an appointment to challenge the tower? We can fit you in this weekend. And then they all go in and wait. Why just stand around waiting or waste their time? No wonder they lost the war. Idiots. If they're better organised, then maybe they wouldn't have lost the war. They would have actually been out fighting rather than standing around in the tower.
Perhaps they couldn't afford a receptionist.
Well, they can now. They're a big tourist industry. They've got Turtle Paradise and
there wasn't the bar.
Tower, the bar. That's in the Turtle Paradise. They got the different shops. They got the people might go like to take pictures of themselves by the big stone statue things.
The shops that don't sell material.
No, they just sell material. No,
Well,
they don't do that. They sell items.
We're like an old backwards town. We don't sell material.
Yeah, they don't have any material. That's why you have to want to distill the materia. You see. Sneaky. So
I'm sure we've got spare material we could just give her if she fucks up.
Yeah.
I'd just take like.
Just have enough. You can have like preemptive and like. I don't know. What the crap ones is there? We don't want to give it to her. You can have coin and throw. Yeah, you can throw stuff.
We'll give you Quake if you just leave us alone.
Yeah, Quake, throw,
Gravity,
preemptive, gravity.
Is there a time one?
We'll give a time. Time's really good, but we've already got Big Guard, so have time. That's right. Have barrier, and then barrier and things like that. Now that will sort you out. You can go several ways.
Yeah, you can never ever see us or speak to us again.
Yeah.
I'm deleting you from my Kirby
Yeah.
phone.
That'd be fine. Well, if we had the bit more ties, in a bit where we have to use her, so the rest of the game we could just ignore her. I think you don't even play as her in Wutai. It's only in the tower bit.
True.
But that's just to get Leviathan. So you play with her to get Leviathan, and then just keep her around, but don't use her.
What's this bit where we get?
Well, we are still looking for the Keystone, and rumour has it, Dio has Keystone. So we're going to go and see Dio, who owns the Gold Saucer.
50 gil a night?
That's pretty cheap. A lot of places are like 200 gil. Although the men in the weapon shops let us stay there for free.
True.
Fort Condor lets us stay there for free.
Yeah. A lot of places aren't like stone shacks.
Yeah, I would say actually for the decor in there it is pretty expensive.
And there's still rubble in the corner.
Did you ever play Baldur's Gate?
No, I really wanted to.
It was awesome. There's bits in that when you go to like inns and stuff, and you can choose
what rooms you stay in, and you had like I think there was like peasant, noble, and then like lord, and then like there are difference in prices, but then like the rooms look nicer and stuff, and it would affect how much health you got back and things like that.
Oh,
So like if you slept in like a lord room, your whole party get full health, full magic and everything, and you're fully recovered. If you slept in like a peasant room, you'd only get like a certain percentage of health back.
Couldn't you just keep doing the peasant room?
Yeah, if you wanted to.
I suppose if you had to do it multiple times.
Yeah, you'd work out which is more cost
Yeah.
effective. And sometimes, because you're like kind of getting engrossed in the game, it's like, I will go in the Lord's room, I'll have the most expensive room in the inn. But I have lots of money from slaying trolls. It was a good game, Baldur's Gate. The only problem I had with it is I'd get to a certain point and I have no idea what to do, and I'd just start again. Because one of the most fun parts of the game was like creating a character. So you create a character, and then you get so far, and you're like, oh, I'm bored of being like an evil gnome. Now I'm going to go back and be a good elf. And you go back to, oh, I'm a lawfully good elf. Oh, this is boring. I'm going to go back and be a neutral wizard. You just keep like changing your character all the time. I can't remember how you do it now. There's a way of going into it, and as if you're going to be doing the online game, but then you didn't actually go online, and there were 8 slots, so you could actually create 8 characters, and you'd have all of them. I kind of found a way of doing it, and then I went back to play. I'm going to do that again. I couldn't remember how to do it. I couldn't remember how to get it set up, so I'll just find people to join me in the world, and like the story-based characters. And I think you get 8 people. And I tried to like base all the characters on like people from Dungeons and Dragons.
Right.
So I had like a thief, a mage, an archer,
like a sword guy.
yeah, a woman with a staff, and then like I had a dwarf with a club and things like that. But it didn't really work. Well, the thing was, I wasn't mixing the races up enough. They were all like humans with like one dwarf who was meant to be a kid.
Oh.
And I was like, you know, I didn't really have a well balanced team, I don't think. That was a really fun game. Like, it was really hard though. You could so easily die, and like if characters died, they were just dead.
Oh, there was no.
Yeah, you couldn't res them, so you would have to like save it constantly, and like when you encountered something, it's like save it, fight it. Oh, one person died after that. Okay, reload, and then like, oh, we've managed to kill them. Really difficult. And I managed to get this item, which was like this dragon staff, and it would shoot this fireball magic that just like destroyed loads of stuff and killed things. Like, this is awesome. And then I went to like the really hard areas and fought like, these massive giant kobold things, killed them with this one staff. And I was like, oh, okay, I can actually get further than I've ever gotten in this game before. And I didn't realise that the staff had a limit, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, it doesn't work anymore. And it's like, no, my flaming staff! I'm back to being crap. And I spent ages just wandering the forest looking for what to do. Like, bandits, kill some bandits. Don't actually know how to get the Baldur's Gate. I don't think I ever got to Baldur's Gate.
Oh.
I just wandered like the different areas below. I was like, I have no idea where I'm going. It's so hard. It's good though because you get like different characters you meet, and sometimes you can have like you meet the good guys and then you meet bad guys, and you end up having like both of them on your team, and it's kind of like you just have like some bad people and some good people. Right, let's see if we can impress Dio enough with our fighting. Oh, well, apparently not. Yeah, so we got the keystone. We obviously we didn't impress him with our fighting. I'm pretty sure we were greedy. We got right to the end, and we had one more fight to go. We were like, oh yeah, let's try and beat it, but then we died, so we ended up essentially just losing, and it just registers losing as you lost. So maybe if we'd done like 7 fights and got out, he would have been impressed. So why does he go around in his underpants anyway? Just walking around in his pants.
I guess he owns. I guess because he can.
I was going to say, walk around his pants like he owns the place. He does own the place. Oh, alright then.
Oh, this place.
Well, I suppose he's
huge.
like he's in like swimming trunks, I guess, isn't he? Or something.
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, this place is bigger than most cities in
Yeah.
the game. Damn new scaling. It makes no sense. I'm trying to think what it's like actually in other Final Fantasies. It's pretty much the same, like really small towns. Like you know, you get a couple of homes. Well, with 13, yeah, I suppose so.
The towns are huge in 13.
Then, like in 10, it's all very small communities. Like you go to places literally just like a few huts. And like in 5 and things like that, it's normally. In most RPGs of that style, you go into like Zelda and things like that, and other games.
Yeah, like Pokemon.
Yeah, like Pokemon's probably a good example as well. Yeah, like you go in there. There's a Poké Center. There's an item shop. There's a place to sleep. You don't need to sleep in Pokemon, do you? You just need to kill your Pokemon. You don't actually need to sleep yourself.
Sometimes there are places to sleep.
But yeah, and then there's like a couple of houses. That's quite funny as well. You just walk in, it's like, hi, would you like to talk about bird Pokemon? I love bird Pokemon. It's like, okay, no thanks.
Like, were you waiting for me to walk in? Or?
It's like, hi, I find Growlithe is the cutest Pokemon of all. Oh, okay, thanks. I'll see you later. And that's what everyone's like in that world. It's just like, oh, everyone likes Pokemon, I guess.
Though technically, if I would, if Pokemon were real.
Well, yeah, I suppose if Pokemon were real, everyone would be Pokemon trainers. Like, but then who would do all the other jobs?
Pokemon.
Oh, I suppose you're right. Actually, yeah, of course, we just get Pokemon to do it.
They do it in like the TV show and the game and stuff.
Yeah, just get Pokemon to do all the work.
Like you have an Onix and like Graveler digging out stuff.
Yeah.
You'd send like Pidgeys to do mail.
Yeah, I suppose. I suppose you would just like live on a farm and like get all the Pokemon to do the labour on the farm and grow all your food.
Yeah.
Get your food and stuff, and then go off and have adventures with all like the good fighting Pokemon.
Yeah. There is the Pokemon called Milk Tank.
Milk Tank.
Yeah. No, Miltank.
Miltank. This is a next gen Pokemon. Don't go spoiling me about next gen Pokemon.
This is
There's
like
151 Pokemon. There's not any other. All the rest of them are just nonsense. There was one of the new. I played one of the new ones at Eurogame. No, it wasn't Eurogame. It was MCM Expo.
Right.
And while I was queuing up for something to go on the Wii U, I queued up and they said, "Oh, do you want to play on the new Pokemon game?" And I had a random encounter with a Pokemon called Cabbage. It looked like a cabbage. I was like, "No, you can have it back." I know, rubbish. I just hate the new Pokemon.
I'm tempted to buy Black and X or Y.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Just because
I think I played Diamond or Pearl, one of the two. I got like one of the new things. I got like the plant one called like Turdwig, whatever it's called. It's meant to be like a turtle with like a bit of hair, so it's like meant to sing. They just fuse the words turtle and wig. It's like Turtwig. And there was like Chimachar as well. It was like a flaming monkey. I don't know. After playing like the Game Boy one, I never really got into the other ones.
Yeah, I played Red solidly. That was awesome. I even got the at the end of the game. I tried like the rare candy cheat.
Oh well, you just get loads of rare candies. Or get loads of Master Ball. Oh no, rare candy's probably the best thing to get, isn't it?
You could do the same with anything, like any item pretty much. And you fought this glitch Pokemon.
Yeah, missing number, wasn't it? Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, that takes you back.
That's cool.
So, we're currently recapping everything that's happened so far. Well, we're talking about Pokemon. The guys in the game are recapping everything that's happened so far. I think Cloud's fallen asleep there in the chair. I really should stick to one naming convention. I keep on jumping between what they're actually called and what we rename them to, just so people don't get confused, but it's probably causing more confusion.
Heard you did something to those men in black capes.
Show me on the door where they touched you. I suppose this is quite good because in some games, like you kind of just don't really get what they're actually doing, like what this counts as motivations. Definitely found it in 13. In 13, my biggest problem with it was like the lack of dialogue in the story. It kind of like it just seems like they're just wandering around. There's no real like direction. They don't. I mean, I've got the guidebook, like because I got the limited edition copy. And there's like a little book bit in the back that explains what happens on each day. Because it keeps on jumping back in time and showing you the flashbacks of the lead up to the last day. Yeah. You can read through that in order, and it kind of explains everything. But it's kind of like, really, is that what was happening? Like that wasn't clear at all. Like in the game, and pretty much like is it Shaz, the guy with the kid?
Yeah.
He just decides to go to the theme park. And the girl follows him because she feels guilty about what happened to his son. And then like Lightning and Hope go to challenge the Fal'Cie in the centre, and it's kind of like, well, nobody explained that. Nobody really said what they were doing. They're just like, oh, let's just wander around. This is a bad idea. Let's go and meet up with the others. And it's kind of like, oh, for goodness sake. These guys, they've got it together. They know exactly what they're doing. Right, let's go to the room. So we're going to stay the night and then head off for the Temple of the Ancients in the morning.
Yeah.
So we hope to see you there. We'll check out the Temple of the Ancients. Bye!
Temple of the Ancients.